morning, everyone. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm Martin Wenzel. And already a little flustered this morning. But we just got going in time here. Hopefully nothing else is broken or not working. Flight Simulator didn't want to start up initially. That bird, I got going about 6:15 this morning getting things set up, and Flight Simulator didn't want to get going. Then OBS didn't want to work. It's amazing what happens in a week if you don't, check things every day, because for some reason computers, it's something I've found over my time with computers, is that they will just do whatever they want to do, even if you don't have them on. Suddenly you'll come back and everything will be broken. Alright, well, anyway. We're on World Tour Flight 291. We're flying out of Mumbai, India, down to Colombo, Sri Lanka. And we're on Vistara Airlines. Flight 131 in the Airbus A320neo with the fly-by-wire mod. Let's get inside the plane, get things set up. I'll turn that music off for now. And I'm not 100% sure if we're properly at this gate. Let's see what happens. I hate this because GSX, or it plants us here. Okay, it works. But then FS HUD ATC is like, you're not at the gate. Like, yes, I am at the gate. So we might not get the ATC here on the ground, which kind of sucks. But anyway, let's get the plane going here. So engine master switch is off, ignition selector normal, weather radar off, landing gear lever down, wipers both off. I remember how to do everything.
I'm out for the walk around.
Alright. So we got, she's got things powered up. We're going to do our overhead panel check. Overhead panel check. Alright, crew supply on. Ground control, CVR test. Strobe auto, nav logo light on. Seat belts will come on once we are fueled. No smoking. Emergency lights armed. Check for white lights. Radio panels on. These two green lights are off. Alright. Turn these up so we can actually see the screens. Take us about 9:30 in the morning out of Mumbai, so about 23 minutes. Could be able to get out of here. Right into the flight computer. I got Leap 1 A26. I thought we had 24. I don't know if that changed. You can see our air rack is up to date. Go into here, request our data from the uplink, coming from SimBrief. We'll check our paperwork against that. Alright, flight number, departure Victor Alpha Bravo Bravo to Victor Charlie Bravo India, Victor Charlie Romeo India. Cost index of 14.
I'm back.
Flight
No
level
issues on the walk
390.
around.
Ground temperature 15. Not sure where that negative 52 comes from. I feel like it should be negative 54, but whatever. Not a big deal. Hey, Misha. Misha? Misha? Still getting that wrong. Going all right. A little rough getting this. Well, we got the stream going just in time. Got Microsoft Flight Simulator going, all that, but it was a little. I was afraid we weren't going to be able to stream at all. About 6:52, I'm trying to get the OBS to work, and it won't let me switch scenes, or won't let me switch like scene profile to this profile, the stream profile that I use here for Flight Simulator. I'm like, okay, why? Why is this just suddenly happening? There was something that happened to do with my camera. So just turn that off. That fixed things. Yeah, luckily. In Microsoft Flight Simulator, I loaded it in, tried to load into the airport here, and it just froze up, so I had to restart that. Luckily, I started early enough, and so we were able to get going just on time.
Hi, the security and safety checks are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
Yes.
Okay.
Always 33. I noticed that the center of gravity always ends up being about 33. Fuel. I'd like to use the fuel truck, but oops, I just did instant. That's why I didn't. Oh, there we go. 4 minutes for fuel. We'll start doing that, and we'll start the loading process with GSX.
Boarding requested.
Oh, one of my frames really suck today. I actually wanted to get this. 57.1, 33.3.
Passengers boarding starting.
What was our fuel? Fuel is 6.8. That in. Component -7.
I'm rising. Thank you.
At Quebec 13, Doddsea. There. Utag, Papa 895, and then into our arrival. Request ATC clearance. guess no. Maybe. Request ATC
Clearance delivery. Good morning.
Yeah, I just updated. I updated
Is at
it
the
yesterday.
gate with the
so-
numbers. Requesting ATC clearance.
Oh, people are kind of not perfect there on the jetway.
Okay, cleared our destination as filed.
I go like that.
Squawk code is as assigned.
Did you know that the squawk code is as assigned?
I'm right next to her. Thank you.
Alright, so we're going to get runway 27 and the Viva 2 Alpha departure. Yeah, I'm kind of, right now my head is kind of swimming because it's been like a week since I've done this. I'm not 100%. Feel confused what I'm doing. It's crazy how it's like just a few days off does that to you.
I'm right next to her. Thank you.
I guess we're not going to get FS HUD ACDC to work for us right now, which kind of sucks. I hate it when it doesn't recognize where the gate is. Like, we're at the gate, GSX is working, and FS HUD's like, well, you're not at the right gate. You're slightly off. It's probably like an inch, but if I move it, it's going to cause all kinds of problems with the aircraft. And then GSX will be like, you're not in the right spot. It blows me away how many like positions there are for these gates between these different programs. It's like, I don't get it. I don't get it. So we're going to clear. We'll go up to, we'll get 10,000 start. We'll see what ATC gives us later. Performance. Tried out a new calculator. Unfortunately, I don't think I have it set up that you guys can see it. Calculator specific to the A20. It's been floating around for a while. Let's see if I can get it. Let's see if I can pop it up here. There we go. Do that. There you go. So this is it's called Flex, and you can also download it like onto your system. You don't have to use it online, but this is the online version. And basically, we are taking off from runway 27, so it's going to show us the whole runway. We get the IKO, put in Victor Alpha Bravo Bravo, gives us the MEDAR. See, we have winds 340 degrees at 7 knots. Headwind 2 knots, crosswind 7 knots. QNH 1009, 29 degrees. Hazy. Now we do have to manually put our stuff in. We can't pull it in from SimBrief, which makes things a little bit difficult, but not a big deal. So I believe weight. Now what would be helpful is to know what the weight is, what they're looking for there. I'm gonna guess that's the same. It's gonna be that zero fuel weight again. which is over here. There, 57.1. I think. Or will it be our? Someone's gonna have to let me know. We'll because I feel like you got the zero fuel. You got your zero fuel weight right here, which is 57. But then we have the takeoff weight. I feel like the takeoff weight because we have nowhere on the fuel, so we're up to the takeoff weight. That makes more sense, right? Okay. Flaps gonna go. Now, you get to choose. You choose your flaps configuration, as opposed to it spitting it out and telling you. Again, runway dry, anti-ice off, packs on, calculate. What I like about this one is it shows us the our trim, and here it's 0.6 down. I have been doing 0.1 up, but you can see where it's showing our stop margin, 53 feet. So it's really giving us the whole runway. Now again, it's kind of weird because I don't want to do I would rather take off like right here as opposed to right at the end of the runway. And you can see that's the difference between the V1 and the V rotate. So, yeah. I don't know if I'm reading this wrong. This seems about right. We'll try it. We'll see if it completely is a mess for us.
Hey guys, so all parks are on board. Are we clear to close?
Yes.
Thanks. Let me know if you need anything.
Alright, so 118, 132, 136. Actually, what I should do flaps, and then we'll do 0.6 down. Flex temp 68. Let's see what you can see how the plane gives us that V1 speed much higher. I forget what the V1 is. I think the V1 is that's the highest speed you can go before you can abort. Yeah, my brain is kind of foggy right now. It's too early. Didn't get enough sleep. Yeah, this is yeah. I don't even know what I was gonna say. All right. So, got the box. Let's do that. Check the box.
Okay.
Status page. Press levers idle, which is off, ignition normal, gravity gear extension stowed, ATC set to auto, system 1, altitude reporting on, TCAS set to standby, and give ourselves a squawk that we usually get. Okay, actually we are ready to go here. Let's get the pushback. feel like I'm kind of janky with this stream today. What's new?
Hello.
Hi, Captain. All passengers are now on board.
Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Okay, so that's self-loading cargo.
Hello, Captain. We are ready
Go
for
ahead.
pushback.
Call me when you require pushback. We're all set, so feel free to get connected and start when ready. Roger. Ground tow is connecting. Roger.
So I turned on because GSX didn't work last time, so now I turned on that pushback, but I don't want it.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Ground to cockpit. Go ahead. Tow is connected. Release parking brakes when ready to push back.
Great, now I got 2 pushback
Roger.
systems going. Oh, too much. Too much. Too much going on there.
Locking gear.
Before start checklist down to the line.
Cockpit prep.
Completed.
Completed. Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Signs.
On and auto.
Adheres.
Nav.
Fuel quantity.
6,780 kilograms.
Takeoff data.
Set.
Barrel ref.
1009 set.
1,
Cabin crew,
0,
doors to automatic,
0,
please.
9. Set. Down to the line.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brake is off.
Commencing
We're ready to
push.
go.
All
Roger.
engines clear. Start
Tow
and
is
clear.
attached. Steering pin is inserted. Stand by while we start pushback. Okay, Captain. We're clear of the stand and you're free to start engines.
Below the line.
Windows and doors.
Closed.
Closed. Beacon.
On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
Released.
Before start checklist complete.
Starting engine 2.
Check.
Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. You gotta have the ignition switch on before you do the start.
Please set your parking brake.
Please set parking,
Parking
brakes.
brake is set.
Waiting your confirmation
Roger.
for a good engine
Stand
start.
by. Please keep your parking brake on while we monitor engine startup and disconnect the tow. Roger.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Starting engine 1.
Check.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
We're ready to disconnect. Thanks very much for your help. Pin straight ahead and we'll see you
Gotta
again
love
soon.
having both of them running. I feel like the engine startup takes longer now. Alright. Engine mode selector normal. APU bleed off. Master switch off. Anti-ice not required. He's got the ground spoilers and the flaps. Working on the trim. You can see he's at 6 down. Or 0.6 down. Ecam, check. There's no status reminders. Everything's green. After start checklist.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Ecam status.
Checked.
Pitch trim.
0.6% set.
Rudder trim.
0.
After start checklist complete.
Flight control check.
Ready. Full down. Full up. Neutral. Full right.
Hello.
Full
Hi,
left.
Captain. Just to let you know that
Neutral.
the cabin is secure for takeoff.
Rudder.
Thanks.
I'll get the crew seated and secured
Full
as
left.
soon as you give us the word.
Full right.
I will, no problem.
Neutral.
Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Request taxi clearance.
Ground. Good morning. Ready to taxi. Clear to taxi.
Clear left side.
Clear right side.
Brake check.
Pressure 0.
Alright, let's go. Finally, 30 minutes. Right on the dot. Just about on the dot. And the air clock, 4:47, so lights departing, supposed to depart at 9. I don't know if departure means we're taking off at 9 or if it means we're back from the gate. And there we are, we're not too far off. Takeoff config. Blue, no blue, normal. Alright, so we are taxiing, right now we're on Tango. Whoa, 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 what the heck is going on there? Okay. My tiller is reversed? Oh no. Feels reversed, doesn't it? No, it isn't. It just... I don't know, maybe it was in a different setting and then when I triggered it, it was turned fully to the right or something. Cargo over there? Egypt Air Cargo? Pretty cool. I've never seen an Egypt Air Cargo. Alright, hotel. I'm gonna say, why are we going all the way, going this direction? But we are taking off runway 27. Yeah, that looks right. Yeah, that plane's taking off or landing, going that way. Alright, we're looking for Mike 7 next. With Mike 8. Indigo up there. Taxiing out. November 1. And we're gonna go right where that that other plane is. November 3. Don't need the entire runway, the entire threshold. What is this? Alosa Air? Akoso Air. Akosa? Oh no, Akasa Air.
At 8.1, I-flat 6523.
Let's get our radio on, actually. Someone must be coming in to land.
Contact ground 121.9. Cross runway 1432, when vacated contact ground 121.9, I-flat 6523. This time 508, go around.
Really?
Going around, this time 508.
The star's gonna go
AMD
around.
673, taxi to holding point, runway 27, via Bravo 3, Bravo 1, Charlie 1, Mike 4, November 3. Taxi to holding
There you
point,
go. There
runway
goes the star.
27, via Bravo 3, Bravo 1, Charlie 1, Mike 4, November 3, AMD 673.
Oh. Because there's a Costco is right behind it.
Akasha ground 121, contact ground 121.9. I-flight 6523, continue taxi via Echo 5.
Alright, we'll turn off tower for now.
Continue taxi via Echo 5, I-flight 6523.
Before takeoff checklist.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Number
Check.
ground,
Flight
line
instrument.
657,
Checked.
Gate, Juliet
Check.
10, request
Briefing.
pushback and start
Completed. Confirmed.
Alive 657,
Flap setting.
pushback and start
Config
up
1
approved.
plus F.
Pushback and
Config
start
1
up
plus
approved.
F,
Alive
V1,
657.
VR, V2, flex temp.
Set and checked.
Number ground,
V1,
Alive
1,
657,
3,
request taxi.
0, VR, 1, 3,
Alive
1,
657, taxi to
V2,
holding point,
1,
runway
3,
27,
5,
via Whiskey 1,
flex
14,
temp,
Echo 4,
6,
Foxtrot 5,
8
hold short of runway
degrees,
1432.
ATC,
Set.
ECAM memo,
Holding point runway 27, via Whiskey 1, 14, Echo 4,
Take off, no blue.
Foxtrot 5,
Down to
hold
the
short
line.
of runway 1432, Alive 657.
Alright, so we're just waiting to get on the runway here. Not exactly sure what's going on. Let's turn tower back on. See what's going on.
Akasha Airline 304, line up runway 27.
Vacated with November 6.
Akasha
Alright.
1128,
Lakasa Air 1304 is going to get on the runway. There they go.
Hotel, hold short of runway 1432.
Taxi
Seater 8, Victor 18, via November 6, November Whiskey 4, Echo 5, Papa Hotel. Hold short of runway 14, Akasa A1128.
Whoa.
Runway 27, cleared for takeoff, Akasa A1304. Hold position, AMD 673.
Okay, sorry about what's going on the stream here. My encoding is overloaded for some reason.
Akasa A1128, contact Mumbai Tower 118.1. 118.1, Akasa A1128.
Why, I don't know.
Mumbai Tower, Akasa A1128, request cross runway 1432. 118.1, alive 65, Akasa A1128, cross runway 1432, when vacated contact ground 121.9.
Had no problem streaming and doing stuff, but now everything's overloading. My settings wrong.
121.9, Akasa A1128.
My settings, no?
Mumbai Tower, alive 657, request cross runway 1432. Alive 657, hold position. Hold position, alive 657.
Okay, that should work now. Let's see if that works. Hopefully.
Akasha A1308, contact Mumbai Radar 127.9.
That's very disappointing because I'm trying to record at the same time. Hey Omega, I don't know what's going on with my, this sucks, my recording. Why is my encoding overloaded?
Continue taxi, right.
Mumbai Tower, Vistara 131, runway 27, ready for departure.
Why is it doing that?
Vistara 131, hold position.
What is wrong with my computer?
Hold position, Vistara 131.
My CPU, I have lots of room on my CPU is not even maxed out, but for some reason, OBS is losing its mind on the encoder suddenly. There we go. Cleaned up. I turned off my Twitch stream because I can't stream to both. Franz Herbert, we're starting from Mumbai, India, and hopefully the stream settles down here and my recording gets back. Yeah, maybe I just gotta get to the point. Maybe I don't know, my CPU's, I had no problem for I don't know how many weeks doing, I had, you know, streaming to Twitch, recording and streaming to YouTube, and my CPU had no problem, and now suddenly it's like, no, we can't even do one of these. News to me. Thank you, OBS, for that. Alright, yeah, so now, again, everything going wrong today, I think, but luckily it hasn't completely crashed. So, I'm completely lost. Okay, we did get clearance onto the runway, I believe. No, hold position. Alright, so let's get our landing lights on. Okay. Gonna do some of these things.
Approach path clear of traffic.
Oh, I'm not playing online right now. It's so strange that it was overloading my CPU there, the encoding. It wasn't even close. Like right now I'm at like 70, between 60 and
line up runway 27, Vistara 131.
60 and 80% CPU, depending. I usually don't fly. I don't like to fly on Flight Simulator online because you just get planes flying all over the place, and Like, I like to have, I have my AI traffic, and so then you have all kinds of, you just got too much traffic that isn't controlled. Now, of course, I could be on VATSIM, but again, VATSIM is kind of hit or miss what traffic you're going to get. You're only going to, some places just no one's there, there's no ATC, so that's why. I don't like getting buzzed by other passenger airliners. It's kind of annoying. You know, it kind of breaks the immersion watching planes crash into the runway, and people flying across your face, and doing stupid stuff. Again, VATSIM is good, but like I said, VATSIM doesn't cover everywhere all the time. So, that's why. Below the line.
Take off runway.
27 confirmed.
Cabin crew.
Advised.
TCAS.
TARA.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Pax.
On.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Takeoff.
Check.
Cat A047 heavy, continue approach. Continue approach, Cat A047 heavy. Mumbai Tower, Vistara
Thrust set.
508 on final 27. This time 508, continue approach. Continue approach, this tower 508.
100 knots. V1. Rotate.
Cat A047 heavy, wind 340.
Positive climb.
Gear up.
Clear to land 27. Clear to land 27. Cat A047 heavy.
Gear up.
Mumbai Tower, AMD 673, runway 27, ready for departure. AMD 673, hold position. Hold position, AMD 673.
I might in the future. I mean,
This time
it all depends on
contact Mumbai
if I
radar,
have it set. Like,
127.9.
even if I was planning to today,
Packs
I
are on.
completely forgot to set it up or go online. So, at some point we'll probably do some flights. I'll start doing flights online more often.
Mumbai Tower, Vistara 949, on final 27.
This time
Lap 0.
Continue approach.
Speed check.
Continue approach, Vistara 949.
Cat A047 heavy, in vacated contact ground 121.
I can't. Once you're in a flight, you can't turn it on.
When vacated contact ground 121.
Cabin crew, you're free to resume duty.
047 heavy.
Flap
And
0.
I'm not going to start the whole flight over. It was hard enough getting into the flight. Things. I mean, it's been it's been a mess this morning. Microsoft Flight Simulator didn't want to start. OBS didn't want to start. My streaming and coding on my computer for some reason was overloading. It's just been wild today.
Go around. This tower 508.
After takeoff climb checklist.
Landing gear.
Up.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Packs.
On.
Down to the line.
Below the line.
Barrel ref.
Standard set.
Standard set. After takeoff climb checklist complete.
At 10 knots, clear to land 27.
Clear to land 27, Vistara 949.
1,000 to go.
Oh, yeah, we are. Oh, there's a downtown kind of peeking through. Downtown Mumbai. The towers. Kind of sucks that we can't really see much with all the fog. It seems like all Indian cities are always covered in fog when I fly into them.
Mumbai Tower, Cathay 047, heavy, request cross runway 1432. Cathay 047, heavy, cross runway 1432, when vacated contact ground 121.9. Cross runway 1432, when vacated contact ground 121.9, Cathay 047, heavy. Vistara 941, when vacated contact ground 121.9.
When vacated contact ground 121.9, Vistara 941.
Mumbai Tower, Vistara 865, runway 27, ready for departure.
Alright, so we're at flight level 90 until VABB. Then we should get clearance to climb to our cruise. Yeah, the chart right there. Flight level 90 is our ceiling. Yeah, it's crazy we had the overloading on the encoding there as we were taxiing to the runway. Because I got my Twitch stream going again, streaming to YouTube, recording, and also recording with Sky Dolly so I can later, record some of this flight, with different camera angles, make like a shorts or a secondary video. So it's just wild. That's just crazy that it was doing that. Alright, 9,000 feet, flight level 90. We say flight level 90 because we're at a standard pressure. Transition to flight levels and standard pressure at 4,000 feet on the climb out. And we go to standard pressure. That way every plane in the sky is at the same, is just measuring their altitude at the same level. That's why they're called flight levels, because they're not actually we're not technically at 9,000 feet above sea level, or MSL, depending on the actual barometric pressure. For local barometric pressure, we might be a little bit higher than that or lower than that. But we're at flight level 90, so every other plane flying is going to be on the same. But you can see where the problem could be, because
radar contact, continue climb flight level 390.
Continue climb flight level 390, Vistara 131.
You can see where the problem would come in. Let's say I have mine set to standard. So I'm at flight level 90, but another plane's flying with they're flying at about my altitude, but they're flying with the local pressure set. Well, their plane might say they're at 9,000 feet, but they're actually at 9,200 feet or 9,300 feet, depending on whatever the pressure actually is. Or their plane's gonna say they're at 9,000 when they're at 9,000 local with the local pressure. My plane's going to say I'm at 9,000, but I'm at the standard pressure, and we're actually at two different altitudes, and that could cause a lot of issues, obviously. And so, once we get to that transition altitude, everyone goes to standard. That way, ATC can have the proper clearance. When I'm at flight level 90, I know that the plane that's at flight level 100 is 1,000 feet above me. whether they're actually, they might be actually at 10,900 feet, and we might be actually be at 9,900 feet above sea level, local pressure-wise, but because we're both at standard pressure, yeah, we have the same thing. It's the same thing that when you come in, when you transition, approaching an airport, everyone needs to be at that local barometric pressure. Otherwise, again, you have altitude problems, and collisions can occur. And the reason we go to standard once we get above a certain altitude is it just makes it so much easier if we're just at standard. You don't have to switch every few miles because the pressure changes. In Mumbai, the pressure is one thing. Just down, the coast is going to be slightly different. And so we constantly be having to tinker with the pressure here, and then, did someone forget? Now you have your issues again. Alright, so it's always interesting, like I said, flying in India, it seems that the cities always seem to be socked in with fog. Now, Mumbai kind of makes sense. It's like right here on the coast. Why the rest of the coast isn't socked in as well, I don't know. But it also happens with with Delhi. It happens with every city, it seems. No, maybe that's not fog. That's actually haze, and probably pollution. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what Microsoft Flight Simulator is simulating there. It's not for performance, because it doesn't really help with performance at all. I know there are... I talked about this a couple streams ago, or last stream. It's like there are games where they do that, where they have that fog of war, or they have the fog of... you can only see a certain distance, and then it fogs out. And part of that's because, part of that is a gameplay thing. Like a fog of war in certain games, you don't want the player to be able to see the whole map, because in reality you can't see a whole map unless you have aircraft or radar or that kind of stuff. But also it serves, a lot of times it serves as a performance thing. In those kind of strategy games where you do have that fog of war, it doesn't have to render out all that stuff and units that are off in the fog, or it kind of does at a certain point. It has to know it's there. But in some cases, depending on a game, I think even like something like Skyrim, even, right? Any game where you have a horizon, you're able to kind of hide that. It's like, yeah, that's, it's so far away. Or there's clouds. You put clouds in so that the horizon is cut off at a certain point, and so they don't have to render in, like, hey, you should be able to see that mountain off there, but you can't. Why can't I see that mountain? Oh, well, there's haze or there's fog, right? That's not the case here in Flight Simulator. Actually, it eats more of your computer CPU resources when they're in your graphics card, when there is fog and mist and stuff. Alright, seatbelt signs are off. And we're basically in a straight shot now. Oh no, not yet. We're still on our departure. Once we get to Mapta, then we're going to have a pretty straight shot down the coast, the west coast of India. And then we'll have a slight course correction to the left a little bit more. So once we get to the end of this departure, we're going to slight course correction to the left, and then a straight shot down the coast. And then we'll have another slight course correction to the left to head to Sri Lanka and Colombo. Alright, so I basically have about an hour left that I can stream comfortably. And we have about 2 hours to go on the flight. So we are going to be using some time acceleration. Hate to do it, but it's also very hard for me to land and stuff when I have to take care of, have my almost 2-year-old son bouncing around once he wakes up, and it's a little wild around here.
1,000 to go.
Good morning once again from the cockpit. I hope you're enjoying the flight so far. We've reached our cruising flight level. We're expecting to arrive on time as planned. Progress is going very well. Unless anything changes in the meantime, you'll next hear from me around the time we start our descent, so I'll leave you in the hands of our excellent cabin crew. Thank you.
Vistara 131, contact Chennai Center 118.90.
118.90, Vistara 131. Chennai Center, Vistara 131, inbound Gala, at flight level 390.
Vistara 131, radar contact, maintain flight level 390.
Maintain flight level 390, Vistara 131.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. I just wanted to come by and ask if everything was going okay.
Everything is absolutely fine, yes. Thanks for asking.
Great. If you need anything more, just give me a call.
3999. Radar contact. Proceed direct Alpha Kilo Lima to November. Then as filed. Continue climb flight level 330.
Proceed direct to climb. Continue climb flight level 330. Express India 399.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. Sorry to bother you. Would you like something to eat?
Yes, please. Just surprise me with a bar of chocolate.
No problem. I'll get it for you now.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. Your food is ready for you. I put it in the galley so you can grab it whenever you're available.
Thanks a lot.
No problem.
Yeah, and well, I thought it was just gonna be, you know, it turned off my photogrammetry, or, you know, Bing stuff. So I'm trying to turn it back on, and now it looks like I'm gonna get stuck because for some reason I don't have bandwidth. I don't know. Today is just, it's just a disaster today. I don't get it. There we go, finally. Yeah, it is definitely one of those days where it just seems like nothing wants to work here with Flight Simulator and my internet. It would be amazing if I got any upload speed, you know. But that's the weird part where it's like, oh, you don't have enough bandwidth. It's like, okay, all the Bing stuff, right? Everything coming from Microsoft Flight Simulator, that's download speed, right? That's download. So my download speed is almost 1 gigabit per second or whatever, right? I get, right now, I just did a test, 908.47 megabits per second, right? And then upload, it's 26.51. So the upload's the short end. That's where I run into trouble, like if I have my bitrate too high on my streams, but I'm basically using about 15,000, I would think, on my stream because I'm going, or 16,000 because I'm going about 6,000 up on Twitch, and then 10,000 up on YouTube. So that leaves me with 10,000 overhead for upload for my upload side, which, okay. But all the Bing stuff, the maps that we're seeing, that's why I want to set it back on, because it kind of sucks when you don't have the Bing maps. That's 908. I don't know why. Oh, you're out of bandwidth. How am I out of bandwidth? I mean, I have no issues with this when, you know, my son's out in the living room watching the big screen TV with YouTube playing all day. No issues, right? No issues. I can do that and stream at the same time, no problem. Here I am streaming, nothing else going on, and it's like, yeah, too bad.
Chenat Center, IFLAN range 732, Charlie Lima Charlie 2, departure at flight level cruise 60, climbing flight level cruise 70.
IFLAN range 732, radar contact, continue climb flight level 330.
Continue climb flight level 330, IFLAN range 732.
Vistara 131, proceed direct by top.
Proceed direct by top. Vistara 131.
Vistara 131, expect Beaker 1 Alpha, arrival, Sumax ILS, Zulu, approach, runway 22, report when ready for descent.
Expect Beaker 1 Alpha, arrival, Sumax ILS, Zulu, approach, runway 22, report when ready for descent, Vistara 131.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry about any of these. I mean, just having issues with the encoding today. I don't know what it is. I just turned off my Twitch stream again. I guess I can't stream to both right now. It's not working. Had to turn off Sky Dolly. So yeah, I'm now having to cut back. It's weird. I don't know if my CPU's starting to fail or something. I mean, if it's overheating, what? I can't figure it out because there's no indication on the performance. Okay, so I've turned off. So now, what is going on? I think something. Like I can't even see my processes on my computer. It's taking so long to do it. Like it doesn't like when once OBS starts using like 5% of the CPU, then it gets really annoyed for some reason. which is very weird because, like, why can't I use more than 5% of my CPU? I don't even know what that means, because if I look in, yeah, I'm looking, okay, if I look in Task Manager, it's saying about 7%, okay. I'm using about 50, right now about between 40 and 60% of the CPU right now, basically hovering around 50%. When I was going to Twitch and using Sky Dolly, which I just turned off, so because we were getting the hiccups again, it just didn't like that. All right, so we did get our arrival here, so let's report we're ready for descent.
Vistara 131, ready for descent.
Vistara 131, descend 3000, QNH 1010.
Descend 3000, Vistara 131.
Alright, so descend 3000. Hopefully we're not too far behind. This is what I get for... Oh, man. And what sucks is that those problems are going to show... those problems I can't get rid of because... even in the recording, because the recording is... But I guess that's what the recording is. It shows the whole stream, just at a better quality, I guess. Whatever, I don't know. If it's even worth it, sometimes with that. Alright, let's look at the flight plan. We need to get in our arrival. So we got the Bicok 1 arrival for ILS Zulu 22. Bicok 1 Alpha. Sumax. Insert. There's Bicok. Alright. That's set up. Now we just got to do our performance. Yeah, just one of those days with the stream where things just... Yeah, maybe I gotta go... The reason I like to record it is I can go back and I can clean up some audio if I want, or I can remove...
Good morning,
for example,
once again,
I'm going to go back and I'm just going to remove that section where we had the issue with
we've begun our descent. Depending on the destination
internet,
air traffic, we should be landing in around 20
can't really
minutes.
do anything with the
In the meantime, I will be instructing the cabin crew to get the cabin ready for our arrival. After that, the seatbelt sign will be illuminated and you'll need to stay seated until after landing. On that note, if you need to use a toilet, then you should try to visit one now, as they will be closed during the approach. You'll next hear from me after landing, so I will wish you a very good morning once again, and I'll speak to you in a short while.
Alright, we got our messages. Let's check out the ADIS, nothing there. And the MEDAR, looks like we have it, so let's print that off. Performance page. Yeah, I'm just really frustrated about the encoding overload, because I had my settings set higher than I do right now, and I was doing fine, and then I lowered them because I ran into, at one point I got an encoding error. It's like, I can't just keep lowering them, eventually I'm not going to be able to do it at all. So I don't know if my CPU's just crapping out, maybe it's overheating, maybe I need to do a little dusting or something in there.
Vistara 131, cleared Beaker 1 Alpha, arrival.
Alright, 1011.
Clear Beaker 1 Alpha, arrival, Vistara 131.
Temperature 27. Wind 170 at 3 knots. Transition altitude is 13,000. Or flight level 130 is what that means. Minimum is 240 feet down the barrow. And we're all set on that page. Let's check the chart out. You see right over the water right now, between India behind us and Sri Lanka in front of us. View that. Alright, so on the chart, you see once we get to Mayball, we need to be max speed of 240 knots and below 4,000 feet. They have us descending to 3,000. Then at Sumac, our transition, our initial approach fix, max 230 knots and above 2,500 feet. Approach plate for Katunayake, Sri Lanka, ILS Zulu, runway 22. Localizer is 110.3. Final approach course 220 degrees. You're going to capture the glide slope at 1,500 feet. Decision right there, 240 feet. And let's see, right here, Sumac, we're at 2,500. Kadir, we're going to be at 1,600 feet. Max speed 220 knots. Oniko, we're going to go down to 1,500 feet, 1,500 feet, and then capture the glide slope at Ignil. Max speed of 185 knots at Ignil, and then in for our landing. And we'll land. We'll probably exit at Delta, and then head back over here to the terminal area, right there. Possibly to Apron C. We'll see what we get.
Vistara 131, contact Colombo Center, 124.9.
124.9, Vistara 131. Colombo Center, Vistara 131, Beaker 1 Alpha, arrival at flight level 240, descending 3,000.
Vistara 131, radar contact, continue descent 3000, QNH 1011.
Continue descent 3000, Vistara 131.
Cabin crew, prepare for arrival.
cabin crew, prepare the cabin for landing.
Alright, we crossed our transition level. We're a little bit late, but 1011 for our QNH. We're below 10,000, so she turned off the landing lights. I got the speed brake out so we can get down to 240 knots, but also descend at a good clip. We're maintaining the green dots. We should be able to get to Mayball in 4,000 feet. Below 4,000 feet right there. Let's see, we got 4 minutes or 3.5 minutes. We're descending. Yeah, we'll be there, no problem. Yeah, so again, the weird thing is I turned back on Sky Dolly recording the flight there. Streaming to YouTube, recording in the background, and recording using Sky Dolly so I can play back the flight within Microsoft Flight Simulator and record some stuff if I want. Got those 3 things running. Don't have Twitch streaming running, but having no problem with the CPU. So it's weird, like it spikes and gets crazy, and I don't know what's going on there. I'm wondering if it's OBS. So maybe this next week I'll be working on creating another instance of OBS. OBS 30 came out, a new version. You always want to make it its own thing, not replace what you have, because if you do that, you might find that OBS 30 doesn't work as well as you want it to. That's always a big thing with OBS, is you always want to keep your old version and then have your new version. That's 2 separate things. Have 2 versions, and then you can pick which one you actually is working at this point, because whenever there's a big update, especially going from like version 29 point whatever to a whole new version 30, you're gonna have issues. Alright, so it's just telling us that our speed brakes are out. And here's Sri Lanka coming up. Yeah, pretty straightforward here. We should, probably right down there is where the airport is. We're gonna come in, turn right. I'm guessing it's gonna be over there. Yeah, right behind our pylon. Go over here. Yeah, it's gonna be right over there. Hey, thanks a lot. I unfortunately couldn't see a lot of Mumbai as we were approaching on our last flight and taking off on this flight. Just socked in with haze and fog and pollution, whatever it is.
1,000 to go.
Vistara 131, contact Colombo approach 132.4.
132.4, Vistara 131. Colombo approach, Vistara
Hello.
131,
Hi,
Beaker
Captain.
1
We're
Alpha,
ready to
arrival
land
at
in the cabin.
3,900, descending 3,000.
No worries. If you let me know when you're ready to land, I'll make sure I get seated along with the
Vistara
rest of the crew.
131, radar contact.
I will.
Continue descent 2,500, QNH 1011.
Continue descent 2,500, Vistara 131.
Emirates Colombo to Newark. That'd be a flight sometime to do, yeah. Not gonna happen anytime soon, just based on the schedule I have right now.
Vistara 131, fly heading 130, continue descent 1,000.
But once we're done with this world tour, there'll be flights like that coming up, where we'll do some
Fly
nice
heading
long ones.
130, continue descent 1,600, Vistara 131.
Definitely want to fly some more Emirates. Not a professional pilot, but
Radar altimeter alive.
I do want to go to flight school this next year is my plan. Working on that.
Vistara 131, turn right heading 155, cleared ILS, Zulu, approach at 1,500, runway 22, report established on localizer.
Right heading 155, cleared ILS, Zulu, approach at 1,500, runway 22, report established on localizer, Vistara 131.
Approach checklist.
Briefing.
Confirmed.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Seatbelts.
On.
Barrel ref.
1011 set.
1011 set. Minimum.
240 set. 240 feet set.
240 set. Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Approach checklist complete.
Flaps 1.
Speed check. Flaps 1.
Flaps 2.
Speed check.
Vistara 131, established on localizer.
Flaps 2.
Vistara 131, continue approach.
Continue approach, Vistara 131.
Vistara 131, contact Colombo Tower 118.7.
118.7, Vistara 131.
Flaps 3.
Tower, Vistara 131, on final, 22.
Vistara 131, continue approach.
Speed check.
Cabin crew, please take seats for
Continue
landing.
approach, Vistara 131.
Flaps 3.
Landing checklist.
Vistara 131, wind 162 degrees
Cabin
at
crew.
5 knots.
Advised.
Clear to land 22.
Auto thrust.
Speed.
Cleared to
Auto
land,
brake.
22, Vistara 131.
1,000.
ECAM memo.
Landing no blue.
Landing checklist complete.
China Eastern 232, heavy, contact Colombo approach 132.4.
132.4, China Eastern 232, heavy.
400. Hundred above. Minimum. $50, $40, $30, $20, retard. 5.
This time 131, when vacated contact ground 121.9.
Spoilers. The reverse engine
When
1 and 2
vacated contact
decel
ground 121.9, Vistara 131.
70 knots.
Colombo ground, Vistara 131, runway vacated with Charlie.
Vistara 131, taxi
Cabin
to
crew,
gate,
please
Alpha
disarm
6,
doors.
via Charlie.
Taxi to gate, Alpha 6, via Charlie, Vistara 131.
The captain turns off the seatbelt sign. Once that happens, we will start deboarding and you'll be able to leave the aircraft. Thank you.
After landing checklist.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Are you sure about that? Spoilers.
Disarmed.
APU.
Start.
Radar.
Off.
Predictive wind shear system.
Off.
After landing checklist complete.
Alright. Alpha 6 right in front of us. Hey, thanks for the subscription, Akshay. Yeah, I saw your messages. Sorry, I was just... We were obviously on the approach and all the checklists and everything going on, so I didn't have time to say thank you. Yeah, but... Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to put up videos and stream as much as I can. This should be 6 right here. Yep. Alpha 6. Man, that tiller does not respond that quick, does it? Parking checklist.
APU bleed.
Boarding requested.
On.
Engines.
Ground to
Off.
cockpit.
Seatbelts.
Off.
Go ahead.
Exterior lights.
Nav and logo on.
Fuel pumps.
Hi,
Off.
Captain. Microphone check.
Parking
please.
brake and chocks.
Loud and clear.
On.
Roger.
Parking checklist complete.
Cabin crew, the aircraft is secure. Please open the doors when ready and begin to boarding. Okay, Captain. Ground power is available.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the gate's going to extend to us, unfortunately. It's always hit or miss if the gate's going to actually work. I wonder if we'll get flying passengers. Alright, let's finish a few things here. On my end. Okay. Alright, here's our flight. First person to arrive here today. Be pretty straightforward down the coast into Sri Lanka. And a landing rate of negative 180 feet per minute. Pretty good. Flight time, these are the real times right here. But in sim time, 2 hours 31 minutes for the block and 2 hours and 7 minutes before the flight here in the sim. We used a little bit of a time acceleration. Shaved off a few in real time. 136 passengers, 865 nautical miles total distance. Check out the world map for our tour. And come in right here, and there's Sri Lanka. Next flight, we are going to be headed over to the Maldives, I believe, right over here. And we'll be on board. What airline are we going to be with? We're going to be in the Boeing 789, I believe, the 787-900 for Etihad. So looking forward to that. I'm going to have to test that out, make sure the plane works and everything so we don't have any crazy issues. Not a long flight, I'm looking at it. Let's see. Yeah, about an hour and 26-minute flight for that one. We got some shorter flights coming up here. Hour 26 down to Maldives, then from the Maldives up to Kochi.
Hello.
Hello,
About an hour,
Captain.
then an hour back to
We're
Colombo
all
here,
done back here.
before we head over to
Everyone's
Pakistan.
Thank you.
If you need anything more, just give me a
Cockpit
call.
prep.
Yeah, unfortunately the gate doesn't come out for some reason. Air Mauritius. Yep, I think I've done I think I did a flight with the A330 and Air Mauritius. Like I said before, once we finish with this world tour, we have, let's count it out now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 or so flights to go. They'll probably be, what, a couple months. So by February, somewhere in February, we're going to be finishing, depending on how many days I get off. By February or so, we should be finishing with the world tour, and then, yeah, we'll be open for requests. So head over to the Discord, and I think I have a flight request channel. Let me go double check.
Do you want to deboard crew?
Yep, I have a flight request page. Put in your name, your YouTube name. That way I know, because sometimes your Twitch name is different. Just let me know who you are on YouTube, and then give me your departure airport, your arrival airport, what airline you'd like to fly, what plane, and we'll see if we can make that happen. Alright. Well. We'll be streaming this Saturday. Be on the 9th, 7 o'clock, normal time. For that flight over to the Maldives. And then hopefully a Sunday morning as well. Have the weekend. Hope to see you then. And until then, happy flying. And take care.